got that. That's it then. Of course. Yep. It's really good, amazing, yeah. Amazing sound, yeah, good. Yep. Right, cool. No, bad. Yeah, pretty good. Yes. Yeah, got that.
Oh, yes. This is my first pick. Terrorgasm by Cannibal Death Squad. A very scary thrashcore album. I mean, it sounds scary, it looks scary. Just look at the cover. Interesting story, actually. This album cover was literally painted by a serial killer. They didn't get permission to use it, so they got sued for $2 million by the families of the killer's victims. The label went bankrupt, and the band could only afford their next release to be a lo-fi acoustic album, recorded entirely through a flip phone.
Well, my first choice has got to be Bulldog, by my favourite rap group, Raw Sunshine. Great bars, knockout beats, literally. Their producer used to attach microphones to his fists and get into bar fights. The kick drum on one of the tracks is actually the sound of him breaking a guy's jaw.
Look what we have here. Sexus. A very, very good Edith Lowe record. I think it's a very important record in my life because it's opened my eyes to a lot of different tones and a lot of different rhythms. You can put this on and get laid instantly. Copies of this album should honestly come with a free pack of condoms.
This record is, coloured vinyl. Fat Thames, Fake Handshake. Seminal London post-punk band. There they are on the cover, looking cool as hell. Ricky Slits, Otto Crucifix, Viv Knuckle Duster, Arthur Edwards, Spencer Asquith. This is the best album to listen to when you're full of pent-up aggression after someone's just cut in line and you're too polite to confront them about it.
I've got to have this. Tape Experiments Volume 3 by Sgraffito. This is quintessential Sgraffito. This album was so ahead of its time, considering it only came out in 1977. Sgraffito was doing spoken word poetry on top of crunkcore beats decades before people realised that that was an unlistenable combination.
Next we have Chaos Theory by Dapper Dan, who in my opinion is an incredibly underrated MC. I first got this on cassette when I was 11 years old, and I wore the tape out because I was constantly, wearing it as a necklace. DJ Snizzle did all the beats for this, and he is probably my favourite hip-hop producer of the Tudor period.
This is a record I used to listen to a lot when I was a teenager. Tyrone King's Tie-Dye Blues. It's an hour-long, entirely improvised jam session. Really psychedelic, really experimental. It's like the complete opposite of elevator jazz. If this album were playing in an elevator, everyone would just take the stairs instead.
I mean, why steal any other album when you could just take Fatal Squeeze's second album? This is definitely Fatal Squeeze's best album. It's...
Best album? What are you talking about?
What?
That's not their best album. Their debut record is far superior.
Yeah, I mean, I see where you're coming from. There are a couple of good tracks on the debut, but this one is much better.
That album has too much filler. There's like 4 pointless instrumental tracks.
What are you talking about? The instrumental tracks are brilliant. They help balance the rising tension throughout the album. Besides, the production on their debut is trash. The mix sounds awful.
It's a punk album. It doesn't need to be mixed properly.
What? She says it doesn't need to be mixed properly. Wow. I literally cannot believe you just said that.
Every single track on the debut is a banger.
Yeah, bang your head against the wall because of the shoddy sound compression.
Excuse me. I think you'll find that Fatal Squeeze's third album is their best.
Get out of here! What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, never mind. Put your hands behind your back, you're under arrest.